Welcome to my channel, where we discuss everything and all things politics, especially about the 2023 presidential election held in Nigeria on February 25, 2023, and the result announced on March 1st, 2023, in which the Independent National Electoral Commission of Nigeria, INEC, controversially declared President Bola Ahmed Tinubu as the winner of the election. And that controversy is what led to Peter Obi of the Labour Party and Atiku Abubakar of the People's Democratic Party challenging the outcome of that election. And most Nigerians seem to agree that INEC got it wrong. That is why in Nigeria, online and offline, the hashtag all eyes on the judiciary is trending for weeks now, because Nigerians believe that only the courts can now tell them who actually won the February 25, 2023 presidential election in Nigeria. That being said, the beneficiary of the controversial announcement as Bola Ahmed Tinubu is the president of the country until the court says otherwise. And he has formed a cabinet, is running the country for good or for ill until the court says otherwise. Now, I did a video before where I said that Aswad Bola Ahmed Tinubu is in trouble because a court in the United States gave him August 23 to defend himself, to come and explain why Atiku Abubakar, the presidential candidate of the Labour Party, of the People's Democratic Party, should not be allowed to have access to Aswad Bola Ahmed Tinubu's academic records at the Chicago State University in the United States. Now, in this video, I am confirming to you that he is really in deep trouble. This video is a confirmation of Aswad Bola Ahmed Tinubu in big trouble because the court in the United States has delivered his judgment. And I can tell you for free, Aswad Bola Ahmed Tinubu and his lawyers cannot be smiling, because what they are hiding will come out to the open, because the court has ruled. We are going to see what the court ruled, and we are going to see the implication of the court's verdict on the issue of assessing Aswad Bola Ahmed Tinubu's academic records at the Chicago State University. Welcome. Thank you. And before we go further on this, if you are new to my channel, you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel, hit the subscription button, hit the notification bell. When you subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell, anytime I have a new video, you'll be among the first to know. God bless you. Thank you for watching. Now, there is going to be a serious issue for Aswad Bola Ahmed Tinubu, as I told you, because a United States court based in Illinois, Chicago, has ordered the Chicago State University to release the academic records of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to Atiku Abubakar, the presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party. I can tell you for free that this is a serious development. You may not see this in many newspapers because we know, and many media organizations, because we know what is going on in the country. But we have to talk about it here, and I'm sure some courageous papers may carry it. But the truth of the matter remains, what Tinubu is trying to cover up. Because don't forget, he went to court to stop Abubakar from having access to this information. What he's trying to stop Abubakar from getting access to has now come out in the open. It will come out in the open because the court has delivered his judgment. And I can tell you for free, Tinubu and his minders cannot be smiling. because if it doesn't bother them, I saw some people commented in the video I posted about that he was in trouble by that order that the court gave, that telling him to come and defend himself, why the court should not order his academic records to be released to Atiku Abubakar. When I said that, some people commented that I'm just talking, that we're just saying that there's no trouble. Man, there is trouble, and you're going to see it. Atiku Abubakar did not travel all the way and spend all the money to go to United States courts to get this information for nothing. And Tinubu himself did not rush to America to counter Atiku Abubakar for nothing. He was trying to protect something. Atiku was trying to take away something from him. That's what we must realize. That is a fact. And we're going to look at what happened. Now, the United States District Court for the Northern District of Illinois, Eastern Division, has ordered the Chicago State University to release President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's documents to the People's Democratic Party presidential candidate, Alhaji Atiku Abubakar. Now, the Northern District Illinois Court also ruled on Tuesday, August 22nd, 2023, that it has jurisdiction on the case instituted by the presidential candidate of the PDP. Because one of the arguments of Tinubu was that it doesn't have jurisdiction to look into the matter, but the court in this ruling clarifies that, insisting that it has jurisdiction to hear the matter. Okay? The court stated that Alhaji Atiku Abubakar has satisfied all the statutory requirements. Get my words clearly. The court said that Alhaji Atiku Abubakar has satisfied all the statutory requirements as he is an interested person. And the respondent, Chicago State University, is a public university established and existing under the laws of Illinois, with its principal campus and offices in Chicago. The court therefore affirmed that the institution can grant Atiku all necessary documents. Get my words clearly. The court said that the institution can grant Atiku Abubakar all necessary documents. None documents should be left out. All necessary, including the secondary school certificate that Tinubu submitted, with which he got admission. Whatever certificate he brought from Nigeria, which facilitated his admission, must be assessed by Atiku Abubakar and compare it with what Tinubu have been presenting to Nigerian institutions, including especially the Independent National Electoral Commission. So it is very important. Why this is very significant is because in 1999, when Alhaji Bola Ahmed Tinubu was contesting for the governor of Lagos State, he put in primary and secondary school that he attended. But it was alleged that those primary and secondary school does not exist. That was why when it was discovered that this is so, when he was now filing for 2023 presidential election, he left primary and secondary school vacant. In other words, claiming that he never attended primary and secondary school. And then he filled only Chicago State University. But even that Chicago State University, Atiku Abubakar is trying to get to the root of it. He's trying to scrutinize that certificate because already there are question marks, as Obasanjo will say, K-leg, with that certificate. And that is what this Atiku Abubakar is seeking for. Those documents to confirm that indeed the certificate, even the one he claimed that he had now in 2023, the Chicago State University, is allegedly forged or something to that nature, of that nature. So the court therefore affirmed that the institution can grant Atiku all necessary documents. All necessary documents. And one of the documents was the primary, secondary, whatever certificate he presented to qualify him to be given admission. And to find out whether the admission letter that Chicago State University issued was issued to Bola Tinubu, a man or a woman, male or female. These are the issues that Atiku Abubakar is looking for, among others, from these documents. Now, it could be recalled that Atiku Abubakar had approached the court and asked the court to compel Chicago State University to produce critical documents relating to President Tinubu. Critical documents relating to President Tinubu. Critical documents. Now, however, Tinubu filed a motion at the court seeking to stop the university from releasing his records to Atiku Abubakar. Now, those who say that Tinubu is not in trouble, nothing is it doesn't matter, this issue doesn't matter, should ask themselves if they are reasonable members of the public. Why would Tinubu rush to stop Atiku Abubakar from getting these documents? Because if you attend a university, if you attend a secondary school, if you attend any institution of learning, and somebody wants to go and find out information about you, you are not, as a man of integrity, a man of honor, a man of your word, a leader of repute, you don't need to rush to go and stop them. The university should open the gate of its own to release your data because you have nothing to hide. But when you begin to rush to stop the person from having access, to begin to organize your own lawyers to stop ordinary certificate verification, because that is certificate verification and nothing more, nothing less. You are already in panic. And then some of your followers will come on the commentary box here and come and tell me that you are not in trouble, that we're just making these things up. No, we're not making these things up. Atiku Abubakar did not go to America to institute this case to make it life easy for Tinubu, no. And he didn't spend all the money to hire lawyers to do this business for him. Because without aiming for something, without trying a way to damage the chances of Tinubu surviving as a candidate for the election and surviving as the president of Nigeria. Because truth be told, if they can confirm, if Atiku Abubakar lay his hand on these documents, and these documents prove evidence of certificate forgery or whatever, that's automatic disqualification. It will be assumed that APC never participated in the election. It will be assumed that the 8.7 million votes that was allocated to Alhaji Bola Ahmed Tinubu, with which he was declared the winner of the election, was a wasted venture. And his presidency would just be like the governorship of Rivers State, of Bayelsa State, where APC won the governorship. That was in 2020 or thereabout, 2019 or thereabout. The APC won the governorship election, but the certificate forgery of the deputy governor elect was what torpedoed that administration. It became stillborn. That thing will apply to Tinubu. If Atiku Abubakar could lay his hand on these documents that they were fighting spiritedly to stop him from having access to, and if he gets it and it contains what he's looking for, it means Tinubu is in deep trouble. Of course, we'll get to the fact that many of you who are watching this, especially those who think that this country is irredeemably corrupt. So there's no way a big man like Tinubu cannot get away with it because he has a lot of money, he has a deep pocket and all that. We're going to see how it's going to play out, whether the judges will overlook all these things. If Atiku Abubakar can be able to confirm from this document that he's going to lay his hand, and we found out that Bola Tinubu is a woman and not a man, it will make a lot of difference whether you like it or not. No matter how you look at our justices, our judiciary, there is a time comes in the life of a nation when even the leaders, no matter how neck deep in corruption they are, they have to face the reality. And they cannot afford the shame of not doing the right thing. Now, Atiku Abubakar, on August 2nd, 2023, approached the court, this court in Illinois, in Chicago, approached the court for the North District of Illinois to issue a subpoena for Chicago State University to release Tinubu's school records, citing long-standing controversies around the Nigerian president's background. Long-standing controversies around the Nigerian president's background. So much controversies. His primary school, his secondary school, his university. For those of you who don't know, Ganifa Omi, a legendary luminary, legal luminary, was the first person to pursue the matter of alleged forgery of university certificates against Tinubu when he was governor. So there had been long-standing, so Atiku was right to present this to the court, that there had been long-standing controversies around the Nigerian president's background. So Atiku did the right thing by drawing attention, telling them it's long-standing. In fact, we live in a global, a Google world. So even if he said it, the court can Google, just a simple Google, they will discover that issue of this certificate had been around since 1999. And thereafter. Okay? Now, when Atiku filed this suit, this subpoena suit, the university's registrar office, the registrar of the university. Now, there was a media organization that tried to find out about Bola Tinubu following the filing of this case by Atiku Abubakar because he drew attention. Now, this media organization approached the university's registrar to find out whether Tinubu actually graduated from that school. Did he graduate from that school? And the university registrar told them that Tinubu graduated on June 22nd, 1979. But the registrar did not elaborate when the registrar was pressed on whether the student they admitted was a male or female, and whether it is the same person that is occupying the presidency of Nigeria today. He said the registrar refused to give more detail. So that's why this article victory in this matter will be of interest to the media, especially those who want to really find out the truth, to find out whether the person that was admitted was a man, a male or female. Okay? And whether it is the same person that is occupying the presidency of Nigeria that they admitted. Now, Atiku Abubakar had told the court that he was seeking the document as part of discovery to strengthen his legal challenge against the declaration of Tinubu as Nigeria's president on March 1st, 2023, following the hotly contested February 25 presidential election. Okay? That's what he told the court. However, Tinubu quickly, for those, this is also important for those of you who are saying that Tinubu is not in any trouble. It doesn't really matter. Because you should know, those of you who believe that judiciary in Nigeria is corrupt, is also the judiciary in America corrupt? Now let's go on with what we are dealing with. Then before we give you why it is really important and why it's really a fact that Tinubu's presidency is in deep trouble by this victory that Atiku got from the United States courts. Now, when Atiku filed this suit, Tinubu got wind of it. So Tinubu quickly gathered his team of lawyers and asked to be added as an interested party in the suit, alleging that Chicago State University might be unable to fully protect his interest as the owner of the records being sought. Now, Tinubu filed his objection to be as an interested party, now alleging that he doesn't trust the University of Chicago, that they will protect his interest. He said he doesn't trust the University of Chicago. It's just like you, if you're watching this, and you passed out from University of Nigeria and Soka, or you passed out from Oxford University, you passed out from Cambridge, and somebody want to make an inquiry about your record in those universities, and you now rush and say that the university should not release your data because you don't trust the university. Why will you not trust your university to release your record? If you have clean records, you'll be sleeping while they are looking for it. I remember Peter Obi saying that since he declared his intention to contest for the president of Nigeria, over 100 inquiries was made to the universities that he attended, including Harvard, Soka, what have you, Cambridge, all those universities that had ever attended and gotten certification. They were bombarded, and those universities contacted him, and he said, allow them to give them whatever they are looking for, Peter Obi said. Because this is a man of integrity who has nothing to hide. He said, give them whatever they have, whatever they ask for, give them. But when you begin to counter suit those things, now somebody want to have access to your record, you say, no, don't give him. Don't give him. I don't trust University of Lagos that they will be fair to me. I don't trust them that they will protect my interest. What other interest except to go to the academic records and bring out your results and look at the filings? If you met the requirements to be the university, to graduate, you have graduated, you have certificate. So what's your business about the university, whether they will protect your interest? Why would they not protect your interest? Every university protects the interest of its alumni. Okay? So they will release the result. But if you know that there is something abnormal, that's when you have to be concerned. That's when we'll say you are in trouble. Whether you like it or not, you are in trouble. Your supporters may not accept it, but it is true, you are in trouble. Because if you are not in trouble, you wouldn't bother yourself about what Atiku was filing in Chicago. In fact, Atiku would have gone and brought a document that meant nothing, because you know that your records are clean, because you know that you have nothing to hide. So you allow him to just fool himself and go to your university to go and get the documents. But when you try to stop it, it means you are in trouble. You know that problem is ahead. So we are right to say that you are in trouble, because you would have ignored Atiku Abubakar, you would have ignored whoever is looking to find out your academic records, because your academic record is impeccable, intact, nothing to add, nothing to remove. So Tinubu rushed to counter Atiku Abubakar and also claimed that his university, Chicago State University, might be unable to fully protect his interest as the owner of the records being sought. Okay? Now, his lawyers in US, Tinubu's lawyers that he was able to quickly organize, the Tinubu lawyers said that in their filing, their submission to the court in Illinois, they said that Mr. Tinubu should be allowed, because when Tinubu came, he wanted to join in the suit. And the presentation they made to the court, they said that Mr. Tinubu should be allowed to join or intervene because he has a direct personal interest in records sought. His interests are not fully represented or protected by the respondent, Chicago State University. So they concluded that Tinubu's interests will not be protected by Chicago State University, and that his interests will be affected if he is not permitted to join or intervene. The Nigerian leader argued in his motion to join the suit filed on August 3, 2023, and submitted by his Chicago attorney, Christopher Carmichael. His attorney, Christopher Carmichael, submitted it to the courts, filed it in the courts August 3, 2023. Going further in the filing they did on behalf of Tinubu, they said Chicago State University they said that Chicago State University stated that its obligation is satisfied by providing notice of the application and attempt to access the records. Now, what they said here is the university, Chicago State University, was ready to provide whatever was needed. Okay? Chicago State University was ready to provide whatever was needed. So that is why the lawyers of Tinubu was alarmed. Okay? Now, in that same filing, they said that Chicago State's position is that it does not have an obligation to oppose the application, and therefore Chicago State University does not adequately represent Mr. Tinubu's interest. Now, what they said here is this. In the filing that was made by Chicago State University, Chicago State University said they are not obliged to protect the interests of Tinubu. Tinubu doesn't mean anything to them. He's just a student. And of course, like every other student, if you want to inquire about them, okay, it's just like, is it routinely done, even in Nigerian universities, somebody submitted a result with which he get admission to the university to study medicine or whatever. You know that universities used to go and verify those results to find out whether they are truly genuine from WAEC and everything else. So it is a routine thing. So the university does not feel any obligation to protect any interest. For crying out loud, what interest would the university try to protect a student of its from not being exposed? Because university is an open place. Of course, there are privacy laws and all that. But if somebody demand for academic record, And he has already said the reason why is in public interest. And because my own interest, I contested the election with this man. Okay? I want to prove in a court of law in my country that there is something illegal, allegedly, that was related to his certificates. I want to confirm it. Please help me by giving it to me. The university should be able to do that. Even if it may require paying a token or whatever, but at least the university is not supposed to be a stumbling block. And Chicago State University was not ready to be a stumbling block, obviously. So since they are not ready to play that part of being a stumbling block to Atiku Abubakar, Tinubu is saying that is why he has to intervene to protect his own interest. And that was exactly what he did by filing that objection, by finding that joinder on August 3. Now the court has given Atiku Abubakar what he's looking for. Once Atiku Abubakar lays his hands on those documents about the academic records of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, I can tell you for free, if it contains what Atiku Abubakar was looking for, which he hoped will put the justices of our court, of the Election Petition Tribunal and the Supreme Court, in a position that they cannot be able, no matter what technicality they plan to bring, they may not be able to save President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's presidency. But we will wait and watch what Atiku is going to bring back. But I can tell you for free, if there is nothing significant that Atiku will bring from Chicago, Tinubu will not rush to stop him from getting it. Now the court said Atiku should have it. Nigerians to wait, watch, because we are going to see what is coming out of Chicago. Let us wait patiently as we are waiting on the courts to tell us who actually won the 2023 presidential election. Let us wait and see what Atiku is bringing back from Chicago State University. Those documents should be of interest to all Nigerians. And I can tell you for free, if the documents contain what Atiku is looking for, I can tell you for free, even no technicality can stop a disqualification unless the man who Atiku went to go and check his documents actually was the right person who got the admission and who got the admission with the correct certifications and everything. Then it means that Atiku Abubakar just wasted his time. But the way I see it, just by common sense, by Tinubu trying to stop him, means there is something significant that could come out of Chicago. And that is an indication that Tinubu is indeed in deep trouble. His presidency is indeed in deep trouble. We are right that he is in deep trouble because what he's trying to stop people from seeing, what he's trying to stop Atiku Abubakar from having access to, Atiku Abubakar now will have access to it because the court says so. Thank you for watching this video. And if you are new to my channel and you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. Hit the subscription button, hit the notification bell. When you subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell, anytime I have a new video, you'll be among the first to know. God bless you. And please don't forget to like this video because when you like it, Google will rank it high and recommend it for more people. Thank you and God bless you and yours.